Greetings, earthlings, eldritch creatures, and beings of all sorts. Hello, 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 hello. How are you all doing today? I hope that you all are having a fantastic day, /night, /time zone, /time does not exist, and that the universe is all that you want it to be, all that you need it to be, and more. But yes, hello. It's another sleepy Saturday. Feeling very eepy, very sleepy, very tired. Ate some breakfast. I had a Pop-Tart. And I had some Arizona green tea, and that was my breakfast. And now I'm feeling pretty sleepy again. I just woke up, but I'm already feeling pretty sleepy again. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how long we go for today. As always, for Sleepy Saturdays, cheers, subs, gift subs, tips on Ko-Fi, any of these you can redeem one or two of the things on the Google document that is linked in the pinned chat message, or you can type the ASMR command, so !ASMR, and that'll also pull up the link for that to see what you can choose for any of those things. I have some water here. Some water to stay nice and hydrated. 'Cause that's important. My brain is working a little slowly today. Struggling to keep up. And then I have, in terms of something to read out of, in like lulls, I have, so this is from the Kinship, Belonging in a World of Relations series. So this is volume 1, Planet, edited by Gavin von Horn, Robin Wall Kimmerer, and John Hastorfer. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's got lots of different like essays and poems and stuff by different authors, activists, academics. Yeah. Unfortunately, my copy of the book, I at one point spilled, I think it was probably Diet Coke or coffee. So it's well loved, let's say. And I have lots of like annotations in it and stuff. 'Cause I had to read it for grad school at one point. So I have all these little notes in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool series of books though. The Kinship series. I quite like them. So they start with the planet, and then they go down in scale, basically. So it goes planet, place, partners, persons, practice. So it's pretty cool. It's a fun, interesting book series. If you like nonfiction, and if you like ecology in relation to the humanities, it's a good book series. I definitely recommend. Actually, you know what? Let's read the introduction to the series. And maybe I'll also use some of my annotations in it. I don't know. I don't know how coherent the annotations would be read aloud. So it's Kinning introducing the Kinship series, and this was written by Gavin Van Horn. The lines hung lightly suspended in midair, twinkling, illuminated from within, then vanished. I inclined my head. The lines reappeared, seeming to materialize out of emptiness. These weren't merely lines. They were radial strands precisely strung from a central axis, intricately woven. The glow from a nearby street lamp caught within them, revealing a sacred geometry. So one of my annotations is what sacred geometry is. So sacred geometry ascribes symbolic and sacred meanings to certain geometric shapes and proportions associated with the belief of a divine creator of the universal geometer. I leaned closer, with a slight tilt of my face, altering the angle between my eyes and the spider's evening project. The lines alternately disappeared or disclosed themselves. Their creator, deftly putting the finishing touches on this work of body art, was smaller than my thumbnail. Her handiwork sparkled with its own radiance. For a moment, I felt envious, then grateful. The craft on display demonstrated skills of which I was completely and utterly incapable. I drew in closer to get a better look at the stitching, which would likely hang for the evening before being pulled apart by a strong morning wind. So they're talking about a spider web here. Kinship, belonging in a world of relations, can be described as a series of books, 5 volumes that group different essays and poems according to the scale of their subject matter, from the composition of the cosmos to the gestures of the everyday, planet, place, partners, persons, practice. But these books could just as easily be described as a web, so going back to the spider web as a metaphor. A meshwork whose strands gather, crisscross, and link together a vast variety of subjects and experiences. And so then I related that to entanglement, and I believe it's Donna Haraway, who was at one point talking about a ball of yarn in relation to entanglement. I can't remember if that was in an essay though, or in like a video in which she was talking about it. But so that I related the web as a metaphor then to that. Each book reaches beyond its pages, spinning silk filaments through others. Turn your head at the right angle and an intricate web appears, functional, sensorial, and artful. The essays and poems you hold in your hands comprise lines, strands of ink, patterns on paper. In your imagination, these words may come to life, recalling and revealing shared relations with our fellow earthlings, our kinfolk, who come in all shapes and sizes, from the bacterium swimming in your belly or lying on the tip of your tongue, to the vibrant collective breath that sweeps across your face and into your lungs. Worth thinking about, and perhaps thinking about, are the shared threads between kinfolk, especially plant folk, that make this breath exchange possible. Your life, my life, all of our lives depend on the quality of relations between the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the food we become, within an exuberant, life-generating, planetary tangle capable of nurturing intelligences that can spin webs and words. METV, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just so you are aware, there is a 10-minute waiting period before new followers can join the chat. That is just to keep myself, everybody else in chat, and you as well eventually as safe as possible. So I thank you so much for your patience and your understanding. And if once those 10 minutes are up, you want to go ahead and join the chat, let us know how you're doing. Let us know how you're doing. Tell us about your time zone, your day, how that's all going. Or if you want to lurk, go ahead and lurk your heart out. Lurk your heart out. Do whatever feels best and right for you. Yes. And so in this section, thinking about thinking versus thinking and how those two are distinct from each other, but also connected. And then I have a note here that's relational, connected, the same as / similar to. But I don't know what that's in relation to. These are old annotations that I made from many years ago, so I don't exactly remember what all of them were about, but that's one that's in there. Kinning. The words in this kinship web gesture beautifully tours the relations, vital, wild processes that are always present yet not always visible. Because these relations may be difficult to apprehend, it may seem as though the world is merely a collection of inert objects full of nouns. You are you, I am me, the bird at the feeder is sadly referred to as it. The river underneath the bridge and that mountain on the horizon are designated natural resources. Some of us have rights, legal standing, personhood. Some of us, depending on which nation state we happen to dwell in, don't. And so in this, one of my annotations is about the word kinship and relating that to queerness and gender nonconformity, and particularly being otherkin and using neopronouns. And so when they say that bird at the feeder is sadly referred to as it, how are they not holding space for ways in which beings exist as it, and embrace that, and identify with that, that it is not always a thing of dehumanization. It is not always a negative or a bad thing, that sometimes someone can choose that for themselves. And then I have another note about that says, why is it a reduction and not a bias that it is such? That was another annotation that I had. Now we're going to talk about nouns versus verbs. Nouns have utility, yet they can mislead, perhaps even reifying the idea that the world is composed of things, some small, some large, some shiny, some dull, some with wings, some with legs, some with leaves, some with fur. This language-induced reduction would suggest everything is mere matter, a gathering of atoms in more or less complicated geometrics. Note, however, even in that last sentence, an interesting gerund slipping into the mix. What are atoms but a gathering of relations? What is a gathering of relations if not relatives relating? Just as when I tilted my head and the spiderweb appeared, due to the slight change of perspective, it is possible with a shift of perspective to see the threads connecting worlds, all the relations that make us kin. The point here is one that comes up repeatedly in kinship. Earth and everything within it, including all that creates what we call earth, is verb. All is in motion, all is relating. The English language is noun dominant, and in comparison to many indigenous languages, the animacy and agency of other beings and processes often receive less emphasis. Though obviously still relying on English, these kinship volumes, because of their subject matter, challenge this object obsession at its core. Kinship can be considered a noun, of course, a state of being, whether this is couched in terms of biological genetics, family, clan, or species affiliation, shared and storied relations and memories that inhere in people and places, or more metaphorical imaginings that unite us to faith, traditions, cultures, countries, or the planet. But the voices in these volumes point us toward an alternative perspective: kinship as a verb. Perhaps this kinship in action should be called kinning. Humans are born kin in any number of ways, but the words in this kinship anthology collectively express something more than birthright claims. They point towards how it is possible to become kin. In this understanding, being kin is not so much a given as it is an intentional process. Kinning does not depend upon genetic codes. Rather, it is cultivated by humans as one expression of life among many, many, many others. And it revolves around an ethical question: how to rightly relate. We are kinning as we reconnect our bodies, minds, and spirits within a world that is not merely a collection of objects, but a communion of subjects, as Thomas Berry put it. The essays and poetry in these volumes, at different scales and in different geographies, show possibilities for becoming better kin, more receptive to the language of others, especially non-human others, and better listeners to their stories, which reach out to us through place and time. This vibrant world, as well as these volumes, offers invitations for kinning, practices of belonging with and amid our fellow earthly kin. And so I then related this to, in Nishida's article or book, Just Care, the idea of being versus becoming. And then I also had a note here on, is there a right way to relate? Or is this an assumption of such? Is there one right way to relate, or are there many right ways to relate? And how are you thinking about that and defining that? Three threads in the web. 3 conceptual threads came together to inform and inspire the creation of the multiple kinship volumes. I'd like to briefly mention them here, as readers may want to be alert to them throughout various essays in the books. The first thread is a cosmovision, an increasingly legal recognition that acknowledges and understands non-humans, including entire watersheds, forests, or mountains, as persons. In the West, many of us have inherited a settler colonial worldview that uplifts the human individual, often implicitly or explicitly identified with whiteness and maleness, as the locus of meaning and center of importance, while reducing nature to resources, property, or fungible commodities. Bootstrap economics and the literary hero's journey reinforce such thinking. The lone figure encountering and overcoming obstacles, conquering beasts, and emerging victorious above the fracas. From this vantage, there are human persons, and now corporate persons, and there is everything else. And then, so I had a note here. Oh, this is for further down. It's a little difficult sometimes when you're taking notes on what you're reading, that you have to write it all in the margins, than to when you're going back and rereading it after a lot of time has passed, to figure out what margin annotation it was in relation to what part of the main text. Because there's not a lot of space in the margins. The religious studies scholar Graham Harvey, in his wide-ranging study of animistic and neo-animistic cultures and movements, upends such notions. Harvey observes that from an animistic perspective, the world is full of persons, only some of whom are human. Persons, he goes on to write, are not equated solely with human beings in many cultures. Rather, the term serves as a broader umbrella for those beings who are perceived as displaying agency, and this encompasses landscapes, rocks, and bodies of water, in addition to plants and non-human animals. Confusion, thank you so much for the hydrate. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great time zone. How are you doing? Drink some water. In Nico's Thick, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just so you are aware, there is a 10-minute waiting period before new followers can join the chat. This is just to keep myself, everybody else in chat, and you as well eventually, as safe as possible. So I thank you so much for your patience and your understanding. And if once those 10 minutes are up, you want to go ahead and join the chat, let us know how you're doing. Tell us about your day / time zone. Or if you want to lurk, lurk your heart out. Do whatever feels best and right for you. But thank you again so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How is my day in stream going? My day is just getting started. I'm like having a weird, like, in which I am both sleepy and also like anxiety is getting me a little bit. I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm very tired, but also like feeling a little anxious as well, and I don't know why. So if I'm stumbling over words and stuff, or like the speed at which I am talking is either very slow or very fast, it's I don't know, my brain and my nervous system seem to be having like a moment right now. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm doing okay. Yeah. You just came back from a con, got a lot of art. Oh my goodness. What kind of art? That's so cool. How was it? Tell me everything about it. That's so cool. I hope you had a great time. Hello METV, meow indeed. Meow 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 meow. I love meowing. It's one of my favorite vocal stems. It's good. It's quite good. How are you doing, Emmy? How are you doing? Let's see, where was I? Persons are beings rather than objects who are animated and social towards other, even if they are not always sociable. Animism may involve learning how to recognize who is a person and what is not, because it is not always obvious, and not all animists agree, that everything that exists is alive or personal. However, animism is more accurately understood as being concerned with learning how to be a good person in respectful relationships with other persons. I'm okay. How are you? I'm doing pretty okay. Thank you for asking. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing okay as well. I'm glad to hear that. Miku art. Whoa. Also, I saw a 2B cosplayer talk to the guys who made Baldur's Gate 3 and failed to find much for Frieren. Okay, so I know Miku, I know Hatsune Miku, I know Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't know 2B, and I don't know Frieren. What are these? Who are these? Who art thou? I also met a VTuber friend IRL for the first time. They gave me a coconut snowball they kept for me for 6 months. Oh my goodness. That's so heckin' cool. That's so cool. That's awesome. What is a coconut snowball? Is that... I'm trying to envision it. I'm trying to picture it. Is it just taking like coconut flakes and then like pressing it into a ball? But then how do you get it to stay together? Much to think about, much to consider. That's so cool though. That's so cool that you got to meet somebody. That's awesome. I love that for you. When I first read Harvey 15 years ago or so, I didn't know how or if this type of cosmology could ever make its way into mainstream Western consciousness. Then, in March 2017, the Wanganui River, Te Awa Tupua, the third largest river in Aotearoa, New Zealand, grabbed international headlines. The Wanganui officially gained legal status as a living entity with the same rights of personhood as a human being. More than a change in legal nomenclature, this reclassification of the river stands as a significant bicultural effort to bring disparate systems of law and care together among New Zealanders of European descent and the native Maori population. The designation of the Wanganui River is one instance in a growing number of cases in which legal personhood is being granted to non-human entities. An overlapping set of localized and national government precedents, many of which involve personhood language, for example, began to gain traction in 2006 by focusing on the rights of nature. Ecuador and Bolivia both included rights of nature clauses in their national constitutions in 2008 and 2010, respectively. In Colombia, courts ruled in favor of personhood for the Amazon and Atrato rivers. In 2016, the Ho-Chunk Nation in Wisconsin amended their tribal constitution to include rights of nature language. Ecosystems, natural communities, and species within the Ho-Chunk Nation territory possess inherent, fundamental, and inalienable rights to naturally exist, flourish, regenerate, and evolve. In 2017, the Ponca Nation in Oklahoma recognized rights of nature as a statutory law to combat fracking. Australia, India, and Nepal have also taken steps toward establishing rights of nature. In 2019, the Yurok Tribal Council passed a resolution that declared the personhood of the Klamath River in the Pacific Northwest. Such landmark legal and legislative actions represent efforts to give quote-unquote voice to other than human beings, ensuring their inherent rights to exist and flourish. Gerard Albert, the lead Maori negotiator on behalf of the Wanganui Iwi tribe, summed up this sense of responsibility well. We can trace our genealogy to the origins of the universe, and therefore, rather than us being masters of the natural world, we are part of it. We want to live like that as our starting point, and that is not in anti-development or anti-economic use of the river, but to begin with the view that it is a living being and then consider its future from that central belief. Tiger Shark, thank you so much for the meow reading. I don't know. There's just something about meowing that is just so, like, it's just nice. It's just nice. It's good for my brain. Ow. Yeah. It's just good. It's just good. It's just real good. It's just real good. Is it like a stem? Yeah. So it's a vocal stem. It's a vocal stem for me. It's not like the only vocal stem that I have. I have lots of others that I think I would struggle to describe at all or like put into words, because it's just me making my silly little noises for the good of my brain and my nervous system. But the meowing is one that is like that. Is a little bit more describable, I guess, if that makes sense. Yes. Nice. Yeah. I love vocal stems. I love stimming just in general. I think it's real good. It's real good. Yeah. I like being able to come on stream and literally just exist. Being able to literally just exist and like stim when I want to or when I need to. is really good. Is really good and really important, especially because we live in a world where out and about that is not necessarily so understood, I guess. I don't know. So it's nice to have spaces and to create spaces that are more like I lost my train of thought entirely. It's gone forever. Okay, well, okay. Anyways, love to have thoughts and think things and then for them to just slowly or quickly just poof, disappear. That's cool. That's neat. Bring the train of thought back. I don't think it's coming back. If it does come back, it'll probably be like an hour or two from now, or like after stream has ended, and then I'm like, there it is again. But normally when the train of thought has left the metaphorical station, it's will it ever come back? I don't know. Can I predict when it will come back? No. Not at all. And normally it's a little bit less frustrating when it's like I either haven't gotten started on the thought or I've basically wrapped up the thought, but when it's like you're right in the middle of the thought and then it's gone, that feels very frustrating to me. Recognition of kinship has many overlaps with these attempts to recognize personhood. The commonality lies in a respect for the agency of other beings and concerted efforts to treat them with dignity and even deference. This brings us to the second thread, kincentric ecology. A phrase coined by ethnobotanist Enrique Salmon provides a helpful guide for understanding kinship, an intertwining of the social, mythological, and practical. We can chat more after I'm done with this introduction to this book. I'm locked in right now. I'm as I said, I'm having a little bit of a day kind of where my brain is not fully how do I put it? Like more rigid, less go with the flow and a little bit more rigid. And so I'm struggling a little bit to jump back and forth between chatting with all of you and reading, which I'm happy to do both, but my brain right now needs us to either chat, period, or to read, period, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm happy to either chat with all of you or to keep reading this. But if I miss a message or it takes me time to respond to a message, forgive me. My brain is my brain is being my brain. Yeah. Asserts that life in any environment is viable only when humans view their surroundings as kin, that their mutual roles are essential for their survival. This perspective stands in marked contrast to the familiar, if not predominant, human chauvinism towards other species in so many national socio-political systems. From a kinship perspective, the landscapes of which humans are a part, including rocks, rivers, oceans, prominent geographic features, and other non-human plant and animal persons provide a shared sense of place and require appropriate human care and respect. This kinship is deep and wide and dwells within the human body. In the past century and a half, evolutionary and ecological sciences have brought additional insights to bear on what it means to be human. And only in the past few decades, evolutionary models are being transformed by research into symbiotic mergers at the cellular level, horizontal gene transfer, and seemingly chimeric creatures that rely on cooperative relationships between species from entirely different kingdoms of life. Kinship, it would seem, is key to understanding biotic and abiotic entanglement. A kincentric ecology emerges from cultures that recognize the importance of humans in maintaining right relations in particular landscapes. Far from presupposing that humans are a degrading force, sullying whatever we might touch, a kincentric ecology expresses the view that humans can actually play keystone roles in our landscapes, creating mutual flourishing. In other words, human beings are not merely kin by biological relation, but it is entirely possible that human communities and cultures can be good kin, salutary ecological collaborators alongside and with our non-human family members. The third thread that inspired this kinship series, I'm happy to say, comes from co-editor Robin Wall Kimmerer. Robin's work draws from scientific training and indigenous knowledge in complementary ways. In braiding sweetgrass, indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teachings of plants, she explores her own history of loss and recovery as a member of the citizen Potawatomi Nation and describes how indigenous perspectives can transform engagement with the living world. Perhaps nowhere is this clearer than when she contrasts the grammar of animacy embedded in the Potawatomi language to conventional English and its objectifying pronouns. She makes a convincing case that an ethical revolution might depend on a language revolution. Finding ways to properly and respectfully acknowledge ki, the pronoun Robin proposes for our other-than-human kin, is a good place to begin. You will recognize these three threads: non-human personhood, humans as relational participants in local ecologies, and the care expressed when addressing and engaging with our kinfolk through language, winding their way through all the volumes of the kinship. 5 scales of kinning. With all the amazing contributors gathered in this kinship web, it might help the reader to know what we as editors were asking of them. The following are the questions we pose to our contributors for each kinship volume, which feature the ways kinship can be understood at different scales, from deep time, cosmic, and evolutionary relationships, to community watersheds, landscapes, and bioregions, to interspecies engagements and mythological perceptions, to biological and symbolic understandings of human interbeing, to which kinds of practices are appropriate for making and becoming kin. Volume 1, Planets, which is the book that I'm currently reading out of. With every breath, every sip of water, every meal, we are reminded that our lives are inseparable from the life of the world and the cosmos, in ways both material and spiritual. What are the sources of our deepest evolutionary and planetary connections and of our profound longing for kinship? Volume 2, Place. Given the place-based circumstances of human evolution and culture, global consciousness may be too broad a scale of care for us. To what extent does crafting a deeper connection with Earth's bioregions reinvigorate a sense of kinship with the place-based beings, systems, and communities that mutually shape one another? Volume 3, Partners. How do cultural traditions, narratives, and mythologies shape the ways we relate or not to other beings as kin? How do relations between and among different species foster a sense of responsibility and belonging in us? Volume 4, Persons. Kinship spans the cosmos, but it is perhaps most life-changing when experienced directly and personally. Which experiences expand our understanding of being human in relation to other than human beings? How can we respectfully engage a world full of human and non-human persons? Volume 5, Practice. From the perspective of kinship, as a recognition of non-human personhood, of kin-centric ethics, and of kinship as a verb involving active and ongoing participation. How are we to live? What are the practical, everyday, and lifelong ways we become kin? We invited our contributors because of their experiences, their expertise. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. Their diverse backgrounds and geographical locations, and because of the way they've made kin with a particular species, or some combination of all of these. We also invited our contributors to share their words because of their abilities to tell a good story. Nico Geke, thank you so much for the quiet hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great time zone. In many of the essays in Kinship, there are statistics, references to academic sources, explorations of complicated ideas, and endnotes that may take a reader onward. But we above all wanted readers to hear people's stories. As human beings, we are storytelling animals. We lean a little closer when we overhear someone else say, "Oh my, have I got a good story for you?" For similar reasons, our Paleolithic ancestors likely leaned into the firelight as it crackled against the cave walls at Lascaux, France, or Sulawesi, Indonesia, watching the aurochs, bison, horses, and deer dance before their eyes, or the warty pig and the babirusa, pig deer. As storytelling creatures, when thinking of our personal relationships with the world, we may be predisposed to be on the lookout for epiphanies, the holy overwhelm, the big payoff, the road to Damascus moment, the final boss battle. But becoming kin, as the various stories in these volumes attest, consists of repeated intimacies, familiar encounters, and daily undoings and transformations that are dependent on visitations and conversations within a smaller circle of place. Awe-filled moments of raw contact with forces that relativize human importance should not be disparaged or discounted. Such experiences may stir up deep wells of gratitude. But knowing that humans are relatives responsible for the lives of others, as others are responsible for ours, remains at the heart of these volumes. If humans are relatives relating, not merely in terms of an abstract genetic code, but as intimate familiars, the question then becomes how we as individual persons and communities might better cultivate these relations. How can we uproot the desire to impose our will upon the living worlds around us? How do we become more receptive to non-human languages and ways of being? One step in this direction is the recognition that nature is not a passive object, a text awaiting our interpretation or exegesis? A thing humans approach solely for insights, entertainment, and resources. The world all of us are part of and participate in is a relational exchange, a live, wildly generative, and ongoing conversation of bodies, desires, conflicts, and collaborations. There is no pinnacle here for humans to sit atop and gaze upon the masses. Kinship culminates in Volume 5 with a wide-ranging conversation about practices and ethics and embrace a world of other than human persons as worthy of our active care, concern, and respect. At a time when human fidelity to the natural world seems to be fraying, Kinship offers stories of solidarity, highlighting the deep interdependence that exists between humans and more than human world. It explores challenging questions, including how communities might fairly and effectively give voice to non-human beings in landscapes, and it highlights the cosmology's mythical narratives and everyday practices that embrace a world of other than human persons as worthy of response and responsibility. Humans will survive and continue to tell our stories if we learn how to live well with our kin. The voices included in these volumes, these webs of words, and the collective wisdom they express, invite us into this kind of kinning. These are the stories of how to listen to voices other than our own. Lean a little closer into the firelight, up on the ceiling of the cave or near the street lamp or between branches in the forest, or in the corner of the room within which you are currently reading. A web may be flashing in a flickering of light. And so again, that's the introduction to the series. And the series is called Kinship, Belonging in a World of Relations. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I wasn't able to maintain conversation very well for the first little bit. Sometimes I can struggle to like switch back and forth between tasks or like what I am doing, if that makes sense. And I was finding that in that moment I was quite struggling with that. So my apologies if I wasn't able to respond very well. Is okay, just chilling. Okay. I'm glad. I don't ever want anybody to feel like I'm like ignoring them or like not fully like responding to them or like I don't know. We know. Okay. I'm glad. It's definitely one of those things where like I do sometimes not think, no, that like I overthink a lot of this stuff, but like really truly, I don't ever want any of y'all to like I don't know. I want this to be a space in which like you can come and literally just exist. And for me, in my part of things, I don't ever like want to make that worse, if that makes sense. And that doesn't mean that like conflicts and stuff or like things won't ever happen, but more so that like I want to be able to provide a space for you all to exist in the way that I am also making this a space for me to just exist as well, and also to understand and like facilitate the fact that existing is difficult and complicated, and everybody exists in different ways at different moments in time, and sometimes the way in which I might exist might not be compatible with the way in which any of y'all are currently existing at a moment. And so being able to like have conversations and stuff and like be open and honest and like proactive in stuff and in like train of thought gone again. It's just gone. Okay, that's cool. No, that's cool, brain. That's cool. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, I don't feel like any of that was coherent, but that's okay. Thumbs up emoji. I can feel the same whenever I feel like I'm skipping over someone in chat. Yeah. Like it's difficult. But at least for me, on my part of things, I'm trying to make this a space in which I can just exist, and also all of y'all can just exist. In whatever way that may look like for any of you at any given point in time. Yeah. Blinks. The cord for my headphones lately has been like getting like tangled up, I guess. I don't know. It's like doing that thing where like it won't just be one like straight cord. It's like flip-flopping in on itself. And it won't, like, I can't flatten it out. And it's really bothering me. It's really bothering me that it won't just, it won't, just keeps like flipping in on itself until it's all like tangled up. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. Hello. Blinks at you. Blink blonk. Plink plonk. I was reading a book. How do I choose what to read? So mainly it's just out of the books that I have with me. And then largely it's, so I wouldn't necessarily choose like a fiction book because I wouldn't, like, so I'm choosing like nonfiction books or like academic books because I feel like I can more easily pull out excerpts from those. And I don't want to read like a whole book or like necessarily a whole chapter for copyright reasons. And with a fiction book, I feel like if I tried to pull out an excerpt on the fly, it wouldn't make sense necessarily, or it would lack a lot of context in a way that with nonfiction books it's a little bit easier to provide that. Yeah, and to have it still make sense on its own. Mm-hmm. Meow, 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 meow. I would like to learn how to make like scrunkly cat sounds. You know, like, you know when a cat is very like haggard? It has that very like guttural like kind of thing. I can't make those cat sounds, but I would like to learn how to. I think that would be cool. Meow. Meow. You could read public domain fiction like Alice in Wonderland. I do that. Not on stream, but for Patreon. Patrons and Ko-Fi supporters. Each month I read a short story in the public domain. So I just started doing that recently. So I think so far we've read 2 by H.P. Lovecraft. So we read What the Moon Brings, I think it was called, and then Polaris was the other one. And then in October I'll be releasing one on YouTube that will be for everybody. Yes, for Halloween, for spooky season. Mwahahaha. Lovecraft's my beloved. Yeah. It's real fun. It's real good. I've been enjoying it. Yeah. I like reading the stories. I like reading them out loud as well. Though sometimes I'll like sit down to try and read one and like record one, and it's just something where like I feel like I start to overthink it almost, and I'm like, ah, frick, I stumbled over a word. Now I have to start all over. And it's like, ah, you know? So I think I've got to get a little bit more like loosey-goosey with it, I feel like. And just kind of record and then ship it. Yeah. Rather than like agonizing over every word. Yeah. How do you do it so well? I don't know. I like reading and I like reading aloud, I think. So I think part of it is just that, but like as I said, like sometimes I have a time where like I'm trying to record it and like I think about it too much. Like I get too aware of the way in which I am reading. And so then that's kind of where like I gotta step away and be like, okay, it's not happening today. We have an ad. So I'm gonna shut my pie hole. Okay, should be back from the ad. Sorry about the impromptu ad. I'm still trying to figure ads out because I'm supposed to get a warning beforehand. But sometimes it doesn't give me the warning at all. So then the ad just starts, which kind of sucks. And then I'm supposed to also have, like I have on timers on Nightbot, one at like 55 minutes. That's supposed to say, hey, we have an ad coming up soon. We'll take a 3-minute break once an hour to keep pre-roll ads off. You know, I do my best to pause when the ads run. So do what you need to do to take care of yourself while the ad is going. I have that, and then I have like a care command on a timer that's supposed to run at 58 minutes. Or every 58 minutes. That's like, take care of yourself. But neither of those have been going, even though they're enabled. So I don't know what's going on with that, because Nightbot is working for some things, right? So some of the stuff that's on timers is still going, but other stuff isn't, and it's very confusing. It's very confusing to me. I don't understand. So my apologies that the ad just kind of came out of nowhere. It should not be doing that. It should be telling me beforehand, and there should be messages beforehand for all of you as well. So I have to just figure out how to try and fix that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand why Nightbot is showing some of the timers in chat, but some of them it's not doing. I don't understand. So I suppose we'll have to see if it works during the next ad, like an hour from now. With a burger chicken sandwich. Yeah. We all make mistakes in the heat of reading, Jimbo. It's true. It's, you know, it's tough. It's tough to read aloud. It's tough to read aloud. I do kind of need to go to the bathroom, and I should have done that while the ad was running, but I was busy thinking about why it didn't warn me that the ad was running and about the Nightbot stuff. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. So for all of you, do what you need to take care of yourself. If you need to go to the bathroom, if you need to go get food, you need to go get something to drink, some water to stay nice and hydrated. If you've got meds that you've got to take, you need to go if you have like a dog or something, and you need to go let them out so they can go to the bathroom. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna move us to our BRB screen, which is basically the same, except we have a funny little post-it note that says that I've been displaced from this dimension temporarily. So I will be right back. Oh, and we have my beloved Hecate here to give me little head pats. Yeah. Toilet story arc. Let's go. I do really need to go. I need to go pee. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. How? Ow. Yo, it's the witch. Yeah. There she is. There she is. Giving me little head pats. Giving me little head pats. Alright, let's go. Let me turn the ad thing on there so that way it's on and we can just switch over when there is an ad. Hopefully they'll give me warnings for ads. It's frustrating that they like give that as an option on Twitch, but then sometimes they just don't do it. And it's like, okay, sure thing. That's cool. That's fine. That's really chill. That doesn't throw me off entirely. Okay. Maybe I should up the amount of, like, tell it to give me the warning earlier, because I think right now I have it set to a minute. But I believe they have options to set it for like 3 minutes. Let me see. Let me see. Tell me 3 minutes before the ad starts. Alright, let's see if that maybe helps it at all. Interesting. We'll have to see if the Nightbot stuff will start working, because some of them are working. So I don't know. My brain hurts. And y'all are getting that sweet, sweet lawnmower ASMR, which is just delightful. I love lawnmowers. I think they're so cool and neat. And they make such great noises that are so good for my brain. Hooray! Hooray! Oh wait, I think the lawnmower stopped. I think the lawnmower stopped. pretty sleepy. Don't know what that's about. Saturdays are for being sleepy. That's true. That's true. It's true and real. It's true and real. It's quite bad today, though. Like, I'm a little bit like, maybe I should just go take a nap. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with taking a nap. Except that I just woke up a little bit ago. I just woke up. I've only been awake for like 2 hours and I'm already like, well, time to hit the hay again. It's time to hit the hay. You know what they say? Early to bed, early to rise, and then early to bed again. I'm going to create a new way to think about sleep and being awake, you know, for like whether you're diurnal or nocturnal. No, we reject those. The new way is to only be awake for maybe like 3 hours. Awake for 3 hours, asleep for all the rest. That's what I say, baby. That's the way to live. The EP Saturdays. The Glizzy Gobbler. Yeah. We'll call it epernal. So you're not nocturnal, you're not diurnal, you're epernal. You're here all epernal. That's what it'll be called. Epernal. When you're always EP tired, and you only stay awake for like 3 hours, like 3 or 4 hours maybe. Yeah. Eat food, drink water, sleep 8 hours, become strong. Y'all are only sleeping 8 hours? Y'all are only sleeping 8 hours? What the hell? I am someone where I need to sleep 12 hours to function at all. Period. But I also have a lot of sleep problems. So I don't get good sleep. There's no good sleep to be found. Yeah, but anything under 12 hours and I am not functional, like at all whatsoever. This is real bad. It's real bad. And even then, sometimes with 12 hours of sleep, I'm still like, damn, you know what I should do? You know what I need to do? I need to go the fuck to sleep again. Not even with coffee. I don't really like, I sometimes drink coffee, but it's not like a common occurrence for me. Because when I do, I find that it doesn't wake me up, really. It'll make me sleepier, or it'll give me an anxiety attack, or it will make me shit. So, you know, there's that as well. But those seem to be the three outcomes of drinking coffee. Shitting, panicking, and sleeping. So I don't tend to drink coffee. So real, yeah. I don't, like, maybe like every now and then I'll drink it, but even then it's like it's only like a little cup. That's kind of it. It's not on the daily menu for me, let's say. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should start drinking coffee at night before I go to bed, though. Oh, never thought about that before. Maybe that would help me sleep. Much to think about. Much to consider. Probably wouldn't. My problem with, like, it'll hit like 10 or 12 at night, and I'm like, God, I need to go to bed. I need to go to sleep. I'm like, I can't keep my eyes open. I need to go to sleep. I lie down, my head hits the pillow, and I'm like, well, can't fucking go to sleep now. Do I know why? The terrors. The terrors. They're out to get me. I get a few good hours though, between maybe like 3 or 4 in the morning until like 9 in the morning. I feel like that's the period of time in which I am like actually asleep. And all the rest of the time I'm in a weird, fucked up limbo state in which I am both asleep and not asleep, and I'm not getting any rest, but I can't do anything else. My Kia Shark has helped me sleep so much better. It's brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. I love plushies. I think they're so good. They're so good just to like, especially like the like IKEA Shark as well. That's one where it's quite nice, where like I'll put it like up against like my spine sometimes when I'm sleeping, so that way like I'm not the monsters can't get me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that, and then like having a plushie to like hold on to as well. It's quite nice. Quite nice. Quite good. Thumbs up emoji. Thumbs up emoji. Yeah. I have like weighted blankets, which like are helpful and good when I'm not trying to sleep. They're quite nice. But for whatever reason, when I'm trying to sleep, if I have a weighted blanket on me, it is just like, it makes me feel like my like bones and muscles are like going from like the inside out, you know? Like, I don't know how, I don't know. It's not a fun sensation. But it's also like, that is like, I need the weighted blanket, but the weighted blanket doesn't work at night. But that's what I need in order to sleep. But there's something about the way in which it is like distributed that like doesn't work. It's odd. It's odd. It's peculiar. Do animals have nightmares? I've never thought about this. Ooh. Oh. Well, return. Have you, can you hear me? It says it's back on my end, but you might have to refresh. What the frick? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? I don't know why OBS keeps doing this to me. Where it started doing this thing, the return. Okay. Yeah, we should be back. But OBS has started doing this thing to me where just all of a sudden it'll just be like OBS disconnected. And then it'll reconnect. And it'll happen like once a stream. Even though like my internet for everything else is fine. So it's really frustrating because then it splits the VODs on Twitch up so that they're not just one VOD. Now they're like multiple VODs, and that's really irritating to me. And like luckily for like most streams, I can just get my recording of it from my computer and upload it to YouTube that way. And then if it's like, if we're playing music at the beginning and end of stream, for like game streams, then I just trim that out because I trim out the starting and ending screens for game stream VODs anyway. And like for something like this, the nature sounds they'll be in the VOD anyway. But it's something where like, if we wanted to play Stardew, for example, and have comfy music playing during that then if like this happened during one of those streams, that then I would have to try and stitch the Twitch VODs together that don't have the music in them, and like it just, It's really frustrating, and I don't know why it started doing this, because this is like a recent development for me, and it's never been a problem before, and I don't think it's a problem with my internet, because like my internet is otherwise fine, like in the moment in which OBS is disconnected. So I just like I don't understand. I think it's probably something on Twitch's end, because like I am still fully able to use the internet. I don't know, it's confusing. I don't get it. I don't understand, and it's frustrating. I don't really know how to like fix it, because like I don't know like what the problem behind it is. I'm trying to live troubleshoot. but I'm not finding like any. Oh, this is so frustrating. Because it's just started doing this. Like the past few times I've streamed. But nothing has changed for me in terms of like my settings or my internet or anything. So I don't understand. Okay. I'll have to try and figure that out later. And if not, I'll just scream. And maybe that'll fix it. Maybe if I scream, the universe will take pity on me. And it'll make it work. Okay. Screaming fixes all problems. I wish. I wish. I wish. Okay, there's the thing for the ad. That's what it's supposed to say shortly before an ad starts. There it is. But we don't have an ad yet. Cause I've been snoozing them. Back to the Whataburger lands I go. Are those the ads that you are getting? Are you getting ads about burgers? Burgers. Now I want a hamburger. It's the only ads you've ever gotten on Twitch? Whoa. Oh. Only hamburger ads. How interesting. I wonder why. I feel like I normally get like a huge assortment of stuff. I can't even eat meat. Oh no. What the heck? That doesn't make sense then. Why they're giving you those. That's messed up. That's messed up. What the heck? Taunts me with what I cannot have. Oh, that sucks. Do you have, I feel like there's a setting in Twitch that is like personalized ads or not. Maybe if you turn that off or turn that on, if it is off, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't messed with your settings. Aw. It might be something to look into. To at least see if it would like change the ads that you were getting a little bit. So maybe it's not so. Unless you like the burger ads. In which case then maybe getting it over and over and over again would be okay. I don't know. It's my fave burger place. I don't know, actually. The burger ads are silly. I don't know. I like Five Guys, but I only eat plain hamburgers. For context, I only eat plain hamburgers. I'm a very picky eater. I only eat plain hamburgers. So I like Five Guys, but it's also quite like expensive for what it is. Oh, I like Red Robin they have a burger that like it has onion straws on it and barbecue sauce. And so sometimes I'll get that burger, but plain. So I'll get the burger, the onion straws, and the barbecue sauce. And I like that. That's yummy and delicious. I don't know. Those are the only two that are coming to mind for me. So we do have the ad coming up soon. So I'm gonna switch us over to the ad screen. So go do what you gotta do to take care of yourself. Get food, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do to take care of yourself. While the ad is running, and I will sit here in silence. Yeah. I'm glad the Nightbot things are working now, though. We love silence. Yay, silence. Yay, hooray, yippee. Silence. Are y'all not in an ad right now? Huh? Huh? Pretend you do not see it. 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 And here I thought you all were in an ad, and I was safe to be a little freak. My mistake. Is that Ekete from hit indie roguelike Hades 2? Yes. Yeah, that's her. That's her. That's her. It's so McDonald's coded. What is? What is? What is? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Eat the Hecate. Consume the Hecate. Dizzy gnome. Just a little freak. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Smiles. Laughs. Giggles. Twirls here. Yeah. That's true. Just a little freak. Just a little freaklet. Tis true. Oh, your ad was so McDonald's coded. I see. Interesting. So you did get ads. It just didn't run for as long as the ad timer I had was going. Okay. I see. I understand. So anyways. What do y'all want to talk about? My brain is empty today. It's empty of thoughts. Running on pure instinct. And that instinct is vor. What? Who said that? What? Meow. Ow. Meow. 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 Three. Have meow thoughts. Thank you for the meow thoughts. I needed the meow thoughts. I never not need the meow thoughts. All is meow. How do people talk on the streams and have conversations? How do you generate words in your brain and then have those words in your brain travel down your brain hose and come out of your mouth to speak to people? How do you do that? Deep thoughts with Dizzy. I think they have little mice in their brains that do it for them. Where is my little mouse in my brain? Why do I not have a little mouse in my brain? Why? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. I deserve to have a little mouse in my brain. I do feel like my brain to mouth hose is very leaky. and that sometimes when my brain fog is not so bad as it is today, my brain fog is quite bad today, but when my brain fog is not doing that, I feel like I have lots of thoughts in my brain, and they're very coherent, and they're very well articulated, and like they make sense, and they're eloquent, etc., etc. And then somewhere along the way, from my brain down and out through my mouth, they leak on out everywhere. They leak on out everywhere, and what comes out is blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I'm asking myself the same question. Well, I hope you find a little creature to live in your brain. And if you don't find a little creature to live in your brain, guess what? That's free real estate, baby. That's free real estate, baby. I'm a little creature, and I'll move on in there. I'll move on in there. And then that probably won't make anything better, because I don't have a little creature living in my brain either. So it'll just be like a Russian doll of little creatures that lack little creatures in their own brains. Yeah. Move in. There's so much space. Wait, is that a cuttlefish plushie? It's a little octopus plushie. Yeah, it's a little octopus plushie. It's very cute, and I love it. And I love cephalopods. I love octopus, I love squid, I love cuttlefish, I love nautilus. And I love all mollusks as well. So snails and slugs, and sea slugs and sea snails and nudibranchs and oysters and clams and mussels and all of the mollusks. All of the mollusks are my friends. They are all my friends. You force chat to talk with you and try to learn to use topics to their max. But what topics? And how do you force chat to talk with you? How do you engage in human conversation? If any of you are humans in here, how do you hold human conversations with other humans? How do you do this? Have you seen a pancake devilfish? They're my fave. No, I have not. I don't know what that is. Pancake devilfish. Do you like waffles? Yeah, I like waffles. Oh, a little flapjack octopus. Yeah. I know the little flapjack octopus. We have hold on. We have an Oopie emote in 7TV. That is little flapjack. Oopie. There. Is little flapjack. I didn't know it was also called a pancake devilfish. That's a fun, cool name. I like that. That's a fun, cool name. They're just little guys. Yeah, it's true. It's true and real. The littlest of the guys. Nightbot, don't squish the Oopie. That's rude. That's mean. No Oopie squishing. Do you like waffles? Yeah, I like waffles. So real and based Nightbot. Nightbot likes to squish things. Nightbot will squish our worm friend sometimes when it comes up and it says, "Oh, worm." Nightbot will sometimes squish that. Nightbot has now just squished the oopie. Nightbot likes to squish things. And you never know. You never know when it's gonna squish. You never know when it's gonna do a little squish. Not the perigrip. Oh no, oh no. The memories. The memories. Oh, the misery. Birthday. Takes a bite of you all. That's real League of Legends coded. It's true. It is. I don't go there. I don't know League of Legends, but I do know Imagine Dragons. I do know Imagine Dragons. I do go to Imagine Dragons. Insert the Imagine Dragons nuts joke here. I wish we lived in a universe where there were dragons whose nuts I could imagine. When will a dragon come along and swoop over me and pick me up in its claws and carry me off to its cave and maybe threaten to eat me a little bit, you know, but then slowly we'll fall in love. And then, well, I shan't speak of it. No, I shan't speak of it. I shan't speak of it any further. The real fantasy. Same, so true. Yeah. It's, you know, I mean, who doesn't want a hot dragon to come by and eat them. Who said that? Dragonborn. Yeah, Dragonborn. Just, you know, just the threat of it, you know, the lingering danger in being in the presence of a dragon who might eat you. Might just eat you, you know? And if they don't eat you, then they'll fuck you. And you know, really, I mean, that's a win-win situation, baby. That's a win-win situation. I wrote down in Meshy stories about this topic, as you should. As you should. As you absolutely should. The farcial? The farcial? The Fallon and Marcel. It's very good. It's very good. It's real. It's real good. All dragons are hot, especially the spiral dragons. Hunks. True and real. True and real. It's true and real. Never have I ever encountered a dragon that is not hot. It's impossible. It's impossible. Such a thing cannot exist. It would break the universe if there were dragons that were not hot. It really would. I want more Sensei fan service. I love Sensei. He's so good. He's so good. All of Dungeon Meshi is just very like... It just gets it. It just gets it. Scales equals hot equals dragons hot. True. It's true. It's true. I watched a while ago. A movie. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Is it I Am Dragon? I think so. I think that's what it is. I Am Dragon. But he turns into a human though. So it's like, I guess. I mean, I guess. A worm? A worm? A movie. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. But still. What's the point in you know, like in Beauty and the Beast and stuff, where in the end he just turns into like a regular human? It's like, wow. What? I mean, okay. Sure, buddy. Sure thing, pal. That's, yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's fine. The Beast should have stayed a beast. So true. So true. So true. Like, pin me down. Exactly. Exactly. You get it. You get it. It's like, why would you show me hot monster if then at the end you're just gonna be like, wow, you're a human now. Why would you show it to me if I can't have it? Though, I mean, I don't know, I do think the unbreaking of curses and re-becoming a human at the end, it does have its own kind of appeal, I guess. But I want to see more stories that do the opposite almost, where rather than the monster becoming a human again, their like love interest or the main character becomes a monster along with them. You know? You know what I mean? They're pandering towards their non-monster lovers. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I think like, I don't know. Like, again, as I said, like, it does have its own kind of appeal in a way, with the idea of like, so Shrek, you got me there. You got me there. What can I say? What can I say? I had a Shrek themed birthday party when I was very little. It was for like Shrek 2 or something, I think. Formative media. Formative media. But both Shrek and Fiona are so hot. True. It's true. It's true. The vibes, immaculate. Do you like pancakes? Yeah, I like pancakes. Do you like waffles? Yeah, I like waffles. I've got stuck in my head. A Shrek birthday sounds so fun. Yeah, it was very fun. I think we went and we watched the Shrek 2, I want to say. Shrek 2, Shrek 3, I don't remember. It was one of the, not the original Shrek movies. And then we ate at like a now defunct like chain restaurant. I want to say it was at Johnny Rockets or something. I don't know. It's like a burger milkshake place thing that used to be a chain in the early 2000s. It was pretty cool. It's pretty neat. But the night. I'm trying to think of like other like shows and TV shows that have like monsters in them. But I'm struggling to think of ones off the top of my head. Did I ever watch Robots? No, I don't think I have. I don't know what that is. Let me see. Is that like a TV show or a movie? Movie? Oh. Maybe I have? I don't remember it though, but the poster looks familiar. Ewan McGregor. Oh. The like poster for it looks familiar, but I don't know if I've actually seen it or not. A Funny Disaster. Oh, interesting. Interesting. With monsters. Solely from Monsters Inc. is so hot. You're so valid for that. You're so valid for that. I'm really drawing a blank on monsters in media at the moment. Oh, this is such a betrayal of everything that I hold near and dear to my heart. Why would my brain forget? Water news. I don't know what that is. Water news. Oh, I see. Also from Monsters Inc. Crab. The crab dude. Yeah, yeah. I wonder, do you think there's water news in Sully, Yowie fic out there? Just a thought. Surely that exists, right? Warwick from League. No, I haven't. I don't know. All I know about League of Legends is Arcane, which I really liked. Arcane. I love Victor and I love Jinx. Those are my Blorbos. But they're not Blorbo enough to make me play League. Yes, 100%. I know there is. I've seen it. I'm glad that exists. Oh. Oh, Warwick, look. Ooh. Ooh, la la. twirls hair, laughs, giggles, smiles. You come here often, sir? Hello? Oh, I kinda, oh, why, oh, hello? Hello? Warwick is probably gonna be in season 2 of Arcane. I'm a hyperventilate. Isn't he so hot? Yeah, I am looking. I am looking. I am looking. I am looking. I am appreciating. I am marveling at the wonders of werewolves. I'm trying to pull up a picture so that I am not alone in this. I am looking respectfully and also disrespectfully. I am both. What? Why not both? I contain multitudes. I can simultaneously look both respectfully and disrespectfully. I am looking. Like, it just... Oh. So, Orn and Volibear, massive hunks. Oh, let me see. Like, I just need a moment to appreciate this, though. Like... When will it be my turn? When will it be my turn? When will it be my turn? Okay, you said Orn. Oh. It's very bear-coated. Very like... Oh. I love, I adore. And then, who is the other one? Volibear. Oh, this one is an actual bear. Both a bear in the gay sense and a bear in the animal sense. Oh, oh la la. Oh la la. Oh me, oh my, oh. Yeah, okay, I'm looking. I see you, League of Legends. I see you, League of Legends. Horny on main. Volibear canonically pissed the first river. Good for him. Good for him. Happy for him. Love that for him. Love that for everyone who is into piss. So happy for you. Happy for you. Love that for you. Warwick is honestly body goals. I can see it. I don't think I will ever achieve that, but I can see it. I get into stream and the first thing I hear is love that for anyone who is into piss. Well, I can explain. I have a perfectly reasonable and logical explanation for this. And it is bites you. That's my explanation for it. That's my explanation for it. Hello, Egg. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great time zone. What? I'm just a little guy. I cannot explain the intricacies of the world and the universe at large and all of the hot creatures within it who may or may not have pissed rivers into existence. I am just a little guy. I know none of this. I know none of this. Mom, can't argue with that logic. It's true. You can't. You can't. Okay, thank you. I am, yes. It's raining season. We love that. We do. Oh, I love the rain. I love the rain. Rain is so nice. It's one of those things that is just like, it's good for my soul. So I'm happy that you're getting a nice rainy season. Oh, well, Mom and Dad, it's good. Yeah, I love that for you. Love that for you. League is honestly just here for kink service. And I love that for League of Legends. I love that for League of Legends. I wish people who played League of Legends were niceys. I wish they were nice. Sometimes I feel like I tried to play League once when I first got this computer. I played once. It was my first time ever playing. You know, like literally actual baby playing this game. I don't know anything. And everybody's just so mean, like instantly. And it's like, you like, hello? Like, I am unranked. I'm literally like saying like, hey, this is my first game. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna start like throwing out slurs and getting all angry and aggressive when you are playing unranked with people who have just started playing? Like, hello? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What the heck? What the heck? Stop it. Stop it. I'm picking up a paper towel roll all the paper towel is gone and I'm bonking you on the head with it. That's messed up. That's messed up, for real. And so then I stopped playing. My mom, so unbased of them. It really is. It really is. It really is. My mom, rain goes hard. It does. It does. I love rain. It just, everything about rain is good. And I love it. That's why I mute all when playing the cursed game. Like, I think I had all of voice chat muted. But then I couldn't figure out how to like collapse the in-game chat. So it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a disaster. Never going back. I will appreciate League from a distance. From a distance with like binoculars, you know? But I ain't going near it with a 10-foot pole. My mom, I quit League because they got mad at me too much. I'm not good at video games. And you know what? You shouldn't have to be good at video games to have a good, fun, enjoyable times. You should just be able to play a video game and also be bad at it and not have that be like a reason for people to get like wildly aggressive and like cruel. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay. Sometimes you just want to have a good, fun, silly, goofy time. And like it don't gotta be. It don't gotta be like that. It don't gotta be like that. And if that's like the environment that you want to play in, then like play ranked, you know? Like play in a way in which you are not playing with like new players or people who are playing for fun. And don't go into spaces where people are new and are playing for fun and then be an asshole. It's that simple. It's that simple. My mom, the only reason I play League is because Nico is my baby lesbian lizard and she sparks so much joy. Aww. Let me see who this is. Let me see. Nico. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my goodness, I love her tail. I love her tail. I love her hair. I love the little like Would they be like frills or like petals over her hair? Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's so cute. What the heck? What the heck? Thank you, OMG. I'm playing Valorant and I'm bad at it. Real big bad, but I have so much fun. Yeah. Yeah. And like you and everybody should be able to like play games for fun and to have a fun time. And like to not have it be like I am taking all of the assholes in video games and I'm putting them in the hydraulic press and I'm pressing them into a smoothie and then I'm drinking the smoothie. Blinks innocently. As long as you're enjoying it yourself, that's all that matters. It is. It's true. It's true and real. She's a shape-shifting baddie and she's chasing the cougar Nidalee for love. Stop it. Stop. Stop talking about League. You're gonna get me into League. You're gonna get me into League of Legends. That sounds right up my alley, though. Minus the League of Legends part. I'm taking all of the assholes. Yeah. I'm taking all of the assholes and I'm doing a mysterious thing with them. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. A surprise tool for later. Nico is baby. I love them. Dizzy League of Legends stream when? I don't know about that one. Maybe if I had like enough people to like play with, so that way I don't have to play with mean strangers on the internet, then I would perhaps consider it. But just like me, myself and I playing it, listen, I ain't into masochism. Listen, I am not a masochist. You know, love and respect to you if that is you, but I ain't that. I ain't that. That ain't me. That ain't me. This was my plan the entire time. Oh no. And I've fallen right into your trap. Oh no. I need it. SpongeBob voice. You can get into Legends of Runeterra. She's in it too. Legends of Runeterra. I don't know what that is. Legends of Runeterra. What is this? Oh, it's a card game. Oh, interesting. I'm very bad at card games. I don't understand them. There is a 2v2v2v2v2v2v2 mode. We can team up. Oh, maybe. I am just a little guy and my brain is mean enough to me on a daily basis. I don't need other people being mean to me about a video game. Is like I think is my kind of thing. So like any video game where there are people who are mean, I'm just like, I don't know about that one for me. Why am I winking? Why am I winking? Okay, there we go. I'm also very bad at card games. Just like they don't make a lot of sense to me, I guess. The only card game I know is Hello Kitty Uno. That's the only card game I know. That and Blackjack, but We can't talk about that one on here, I don't think. So base. Yeah, I love Hello Kitty Uno. Like, Uno is fun on its own, but Hello Kitty Uno, playing with the cards and then got Hello Kitty on them, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. That's real good. That's real good. It's real good. Start a Kick account, become a gambling streamer. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't think that's the move for me. I don't think that's the move for me. So blackjack pilled. It's like, if you're like just playing like with friends and it's like no stakes, you know, like I don't know, it can be fun. It can be fun. But I don't think I would ever, like, I'm not gonna like go to a casino, you know, and play blackjack. You know what I mean? Like, one is like just like for fun. I get it. I can see it. I can see it. You start putting real money into that, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. Also, I have no monies. I have no monies. Meow Jack. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Do you think if I went into a casino and I just started meowing, do you think they would give me money? Do you think they would give me money if I meowed good enough for them? Much to think about. Much to consider. You know what I think? I think casinos should have, you know how sometimes like they're like bodega cats? There are bodega cats. I think casinos should just have little creatures in them that just kind of hang out there. And I think I should be allowed to be one of those little creatures. And will I steal all of your money? Mayhaps. Maybe so. Perchance. It is highly likely. But will you get some really good meows out of it? Yeah. You will. You will. Let's see. Okay, so there's a hydrate. So let me do the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. And then there was the meows. Meow. 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 Would you still love me if I were a worm? Say less. I'm already building you a compost bin full of moist newspaper strips, leaves, dirt, and lots of nutrient-rich fruit and veggies. Worm on, my friend. Worm on. Worm on. Worm on. I feel like this has devolved from being an ASMR stream to me being feral on main. Which, I mean, I am never not feral on main, but I have worm buckets at home. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Ah, I love that. I love worm buckets. Worm buckets are so cool. I would love to set up some worm buckets at some point. I just don't really know what would go into them at this point. And like what kind of care is involved for that. Yeah. Feral ASMR is the best ASMR. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes we be a little feral, and that's okay. Sometimes we be a lot a bit feral, and that's okay too. Sometimes it's just it's feral hours every hour. Worm buckets are also really nice for making money. Tell me more. Tell me more. I need monies. I need monies. I like worms. Tell me more? Tell me more? What do you do? Do you like sell them for like bait? To people who fish? Do you like make like compost or something? Fisher people like their worms. Oh, maybe I should look into that then. Cause I live by the sea. And there are lots of people who fish, and I like worms. I think worms are neat and cool. So mayhaps I should look into that. You can also sell them to gardeners, plant nurseries, etc. You've just unlocked a whole new world for me. Hold on, I'm writing this down. How to raise worms. Start a worm farm. Should we start a worm farm? Let's start a worm farm. I think that would be cool. Become a worm farmer. I want to be a worm farmer. I like worms. I like fish. I like plants. The wormer. Sometimes the full moon rises and we turn into neurodivergent werewolves. It's true. It's true. It's true and real. It's true and real. A worm indeed, Nightbot. A worm indeed, Nightbot. Do you want to become a worm farmer? Nightbot, do you want to farm the worms? Nightbot. Nightbot. Nightbot would be a great worm farmer. It's true. It's true. I think Nightbot would raise the wormiest worms on its worm farm. The wormiest of the worms. It's my favorite worm. That is a great question, which I don't have an answer to. I feel like so far I've just kind of been like worms in general, if that makes sense. But I haven't hit that specific like point in which I'm like, now I'm getting into like specifics of like worm species, you know? It's just like the concept of worms in general is neat. I'm much more specific about like fish, cephalopods, mollusks. Yeah. Your favorite is the scale worms. Oh, let me look them up. Scale worms. Oh. Whoa, they're marine polychaete worms. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, they're cool. The Antarctic scaleworm is some serious nightmare fuel. I like their what would it be called? Would it be called like cilia? The like the little like hair-like filaments around them. Those are cool. They're horrifying looking and I love it. I can see why. They're so neat. Oh, it's just a little baby. It's ow, like ow. It's so cute. What the heck? This is my child now. This is my child now. I will show you. I will show all of you. This is my child now. This is just a little baby. This is just a little baby. And we are going to take care of it and be niceys to it and give it all of the food that it wants. And if it wants a little bit of world destruction as a treat, then we will give that to it as well. This is just a little baby. This is just a little guy. Those are their scales. Oh, the little like gold looking things. The little like filaments. Oh, they're carnivores. Ow, I love that for them. I love that for them. They eat crustaceans, echinoderms, other polychaetes, and snails. They also feed on sponges and hydroids. Ooh, very cool. Eating crustaceans and snails. Good for them. Happy for them. Known as scale worms due to the scale-like elytra on the dorsal surface. In annelids, elytra are shield-like scales that are attached dorsally, one pair on each of a number of alternating segments and entirely or partly covering the dorsum. Elytra are modified dorsal cirri. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, because they look kind of like, they look like on comb jellies, the cilia on comb jellies a little bit. And so I was like, oh, this looks like cilia to me. So it seems like the elytra is just a modified form of that. Because cilia, cirri are just groups of cilia. Wow, so cool. Mom, have I ever eaten snail? No, I have not. I have not. I'm a very, very picky eater. Really and honestly, the only seafood that I've eaten, not that snail is necessarily a seafood, but the only seafood that I have eaten is shrimp. I love shrimp tempura. I love fried shrimp, and I love ebi shrimp. I'm a mom, and then like imitation crab meat and like a California roll. But that's kind of it. Love me some shrimp. Exactly. Everything else, I don't know. It's not something that I've ever like eaten. And like I tried to try lobster a little bit ago, but like the smell of it cooking made me feel violently ill. So that did not end up happening. But maybe it's something where like if I tried it in an environment in which I was not smelling the smell of it cooking, maybe I could do it. I don't know. I'm a very picky eater though, and it takes me a lot to try new foods. Yeah, so I don't think snails on the menu for me. I'm a mom, but I love snails. I think they're real cool. I think they're real neat. Me when the cilia is a cilium. True. It's true and real. So we do have an ad coming up soon. I'm the exact opposite. If it looks like food, I'll just gobble it up. Oh, well, that seems like it would be quite nice. That like you'll never feel hungry. Cause all the foods in the world, I love that for you. So we do have an ad coming. Always hungry. That's fair. I hope you get to feel, what is the opposite of hungry? The ad shall make me hungrier. Full. Thank you. I don't know why my brain lagged out on that. Satiated, fed. Yes, these are all good opposites of hungry. I hope you feel all of those things, and that you do not have to feel hungry. And I hope you get an ad this time that is not burger. So we do have an ad coming up in. Do we? Okay. So we got the Nightbot notification, which should be a few minutes before the warning for the ad, which the warning for the ad should be a few minutes before the actual ad. So maybe we're good to keep talking still for longer. We'll wait until the warning pops up. But know this, we have an ad coming up soon. And when that time occurs, when we reach that critical juncture, do what you gotta do to take care of yourself. Yeah. Nightbot playing mind games with us. Yeah. Cause it's like, so Twitch will give me sometimes a warning before the ad starts. We have SiriBot tell us when the ad is playing and when it's ended. But Nightbot has timers, and so it should be 3-minute ad once every hour. And so I set up Nightbot to give us that warning at like the 58-minute mark. So then ideally, if the ad is every hour, then like 2 minutes after that, the ad should start. But because it's on a timer, whereas the ads, they are elusive to me in how they work. It might be a little mismatched at times. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Mom is always burger time. Oh, okay, there's the ad. Okay. Alright then. Oh, so my ad is over. I am not getting an ad. This is what I mean. Like, I don't understand the way Twitch ads work, because I still have on my screen a big green bar that says ad break in progress. Ad break ends in 1 minute 56 seconds. And so on and so forth. So I don't understand. And we didn't get a warning that time, even though I have it set that we're supposed to get warnings 3 minutes before the ad starts. So like, it's confusing. It's confusing. I do not understand. The ad is a man running around in a burger costume. Hamburger. What a burger, Buffalo Ranch. What is Buffalo Ranch? Were those two different sauces, like buffalo sauce and ranch sauce? Or is it its own sauce? Is it a homunculus? A homunculus of ranch and buffalo. Twitch is so unreal for this. Yeah. I don't understand the way their ads work, because they don't work in the way that they say they are supposed to work sometimes, and so it just is confusing to me. I bet it's a homunculus. Good for it. Happy for it. Happy for the Buffalo Ranch. Happy for it. I'm gonna leave us here on the ad screen just until the green bar goes away, just to be safe. Okay, ad should be over. Speaking of homunculus, have you seen the homunculus ABA and her hubby Paracelsus from the hit fighting game Guilty Gear? No, I have not. I have not. Oh wait, why did I close out my how to start a worm farm tab? How to start a worm farm. I need that. That's important information. Let me see. Homunculus Paracelsus Guilty Gear. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. I understand. ABA is a recurring character in the Guilty Gear series. She is an artificial life form or homunculus from Frasco who lived in complete isolation for years before going out to the world. Her weapon, as well as husband, is the key-shaped axe Paracelsus. I see. She has a key through her skull. The key is her hubby. He goes goop mode. I love that for them. I love that for them. Here, should I show you all some images? Some images. Okay, goodbye scale worm. Goodbye scale worm. Goodbye scale worm. It's time for anime BDSM. Looking. I am looking. That's her old design. This was the other one I saw on Google Images, where like mouth is sewn shut. They made her a lot less skinny. Oh, I love that. That's her new design. They're very neat. Very neat. Oh, a lot less skimpy. I don't know why I misread that as skinny. They're very neat. Okay, goodbye homunculus. Goodbye. Very goofy. All the characters are very goofy. Oh, what is Guilty Gear? I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it? Is it a video game? Oh, they're fighting games. I see. I understand. I understand now. That's why I don't know anything about it. I don't go to fighting games. I don't go there. I don't know them. I like the designs though. Those were very cool. Those were very neat. Those were very neat. Indeed, indeed. Fighting game with some whack lore and some whack character designs. Looking at Sin and Baiken. Oh. Sin. Guilty Gear. Oh, I see. Buff. A buff dude. And then a 5-year-old! A buff 5-year-old? What the hell? What kind of experiments did they do on this child? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? A 5-year-old? They instantly started him on the protein shakes. I see. I see. I see. Who is Baiken? Guilty Gear. Is his mom's name really Dizzy? That's fucked up. That's messed up. I would never. I would never make my child work out. I would never. I would never. I poo-poo on such a concept. Poo-poo on such a concept. His mom's name is Dizzy. I poo-poo on such a concept. I would never make a child of mine work out. Never. Never. And apparently I'm 8 years old. That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up. Who are they looking at? Baiken? Baiken? Guilty Gear. Baiken. Oh, very large hair. Large hair. And like little, like, you know the way like a foxtail at the end where it's got like the point? It's like that. Neat. I learn something new every day, and apparently what I have learned today is that I am 8 years old and I have a very buff 5-year-old child. And you know what? I hate that for me. I hate that for me. I viscerally dislike that for me. I'm not a fan of that for me. Not for me. Nuh-uh. 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 No, no, no. No, no, no. Six easy steps to setting up a worm bin. Cornell composting. Once you have worms and a bin, how do I get worms? How do I get worms? You've already skipped a step. You've already skipped a step. How do I get worms? Follow these 6 easy steps to set up a worm bin. Soon worms will be recycling food scraps into healthy, nutrient-rich soil amendment called compost. Find them from the dirt. Really? That's just what I do? I just pick them up out of the dirt, and that's good. Oh. It's not like chickens where you gotta go to a person who raises chickens and be like, hello, can I have 3 chickens? I will pay you some money for the chickens. And then I get the chickens and then I raise them and then there's more chickens and then someone could go to me and be like, hey, can I have a chicken? And I say, pay me monies for the chickens. And they pay me the money for the little baby chickens and I give them the little baby chickens and then they pay the chickens. We got chickens delivered to our doorstep via mail. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I would also like to raise chickens. But I don't own a house. I rent. And I think my landlords would I don't think they would like that. I think they would kick me and my chickens out. But maybe someday he says, refusing to acknowledge his reality. Maybe someday, have 40 acres of land, want some? Yes. That's so cool though. That's so cool that you raise chickens and worms. That's so awesome. Mail order bride? No. Mail order chicken. Chumpkin. Chicken. We raised chickens till the raccoons got old. Oh no. Oh. That sucks. I feel like there's like a lot that goes into raising animals. Like a lot of stuff that you have to consider, not just in terms of like setup, but also like their care, but also like other animals and stuff. A lot, yeah. And like I struggle to take care of myself. Like I struggle to take care of myself. And I struggle to take care of my little oopie dog. So other creatures, in theory, in concept, I would love to like raise chickens and goats. And like to have like birds and snakes and lizards and stuff as well. I think would be so cool. I think in reality though, these are things that may not be on the table for me unless my health like radically changes. Goat, yeah, I like goats. I don't know. I just want to live on a farm. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for, to be surrounded by creatures and plants? Maybe we'll start with the worm farm though. The worm farm. See if we can get them a good little bin to live on. Farms are so fun till you're an hour and 30 minutes away from the nearest city. But I like rural environments. I mean, not like, how do I put this? Like, I like artistic rural environments, if that makes sense. If it is a deeply conservative rural environment, I will not do well there. But if I get to live in a rural environment that is, but groceries, so you're like super rural. I see. I'm like, vacation town rural, if that makes sense. Like, it's out there, but also we have grocery stores here. And, like, we're far enough from the city to not have to, like, deal with it, but also, like, for example, like, if I need to go see a neurologist, I can still get into the city. If that makes sense. Oh, you're Kansas rural. I see. I understand now. I see. Retirement home, Kansas rural. Oh, I see. I get the retirement home part. I also live in a community that is full of old people, primarily. The nearest ER/hospital is 45 minutes away. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. See, like, for me, like, my sweet spot is, like, because I lived in a major city for many years, and I did not do well. It was not what my brain needs. It's not what my nervous system needs. It sends my, like, social anxiety and, like, agoraphobia, like, just through the roof, and, like, sensory, like, my sensory processing disorder. It's just not an environment I do well in, but culturally is good. If that makes sense. Suburbs, raised in, do not do well in. Suburbs, hell on earth. I do not do well in. The sweet spot for me is like a small, like, college town, or like a vacation town, or like a little more like artistic, like rural, semi-rural environments where you're still, right, you still have access to, like, grocery stores and to doctors and stuff. And, like, right, like, everyday stuff that I need access to for, like, me personally. And you could also still, like, access the city. But it's, like, it would maybe take, like, an hour and a half. Or, like, 2 hours, without traffic. That is, like, that for me is the sweet spot. If that makes sense. Yeah. I think, like, any, like, more rural than that, then I would be getting into territory where, like, realistically, I have doctors that I need to see, that I need to be able to see, and stuff I need to access, and, like, for example, like, I cannot go to a grocery store myself. I need to have groceries delivered. So, like, it's like, yeah, I hope that makes sense. That sounds like the dream. I wish I could afford doctors. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I am in a position where I am not financially independent. So the issue of affording doctors goes to my parents, who have money and have health insurance and stuff. And it is a very precarious and complicated relationship that I have with them, that, like, ideally, if we lived in a better universe, I would not be in. But we live in the universe that we live in. So if it comes down to, like, my material safety and being able to have access to housing and healthcare, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. It's a little more severe than that. But I do get what you're saying. So, for example, if we lived in a world in which, like, housing and healthcare were guaranteed, I would not be in contact with my parents, is what I am trying to say. It's complicated. But, it is what it is. Shiro Hire, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just so you are aware, there is a 10-minute waiting period before new followers can join the chat. That is just to keep myself, everybody else in chat, and you as well eventually as safe as possible. So I thank you so much for your patience and your understanding. And if once those 10 minutes are up, you want to go ahead and jump in chat, let us know how you're doing. Let us know how your day /night/time zone is going. Or if you want to lurk, go ahead and lurk your heart out. Do what feels best and right for you. But thank you again for the follow. I appreciate it. Literally me. Yeah. I'm sorry that you are in that situation as well. It's rough. It's not something that I would wish on anybody. To have to be in a position to choose between and to constantly be assessing all of the different kinds of safety that goes into existing. So I'm very sorry. Once I'm done with college and financially stable, if my relationship with parental units doesn't improve, I'm cutting them off. Yeah. Well, I hope that you are able to do that, and you are able to create a life for yourself in which you are safe on every level, psychologically, physically, materially, and so on. That is really my wish for everyone, everywhere. Yeah. Hope that for me as well. I appreciate it. I think, I'm out of college. I've been out of college for many years. I've been to grad school and back, and I'm at a point where I can't physically work in person anymore. And remote jobs I've been looking for like 5 years now, and it's not it's not happening. I think it's a long shot for me at this point, but I appreciate the thought anyways. Thank you. That means the world to me. It means the world to me. And in the meantime, hopefully we can collectively create a community in a world outside of this immediate space in which we can all survive, and be safe and feel safe. And radical thought, but thrive even. I would love it if we could all thrive as well. Yes, let's communalize. Yes. Remote jobs are so hard to find. Yeah, they really are. Like, I feel like if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have pursued things that I cared about or am passionate about or am good at or is good for the world or is needed in the world, and I would have gone into tech. I would have gotten a degree in computer science rather than like film and education and like museums. So I was a film major in college, and before I graduated in film, I was studying early childhood education. And unfortunately, I had a professor in my program that was like the head of my specific like sub field, that was very ableist and harassed me and a few other students. And so ultimately, for my health and well-being, I ended up leaving that program. And then I just kind of floated and was like, I have a film, I guess. Let's do this. Sure, why not? Yeah. And then after that, I went on to grad school for museum stuff. Yeah. College didn't do anything about them. No, it's kind of one of those things where, like, I was very young and have not had a life in which I know how to set boundaries very well up until recently. And so it was just kind of something where, like, I just tried to survive through it and then just dipped and was like, I'm not dealing with this. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't advocate for myself, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because, like, there were a lot of other ways in which I was already having to advocate for myself. Both, like, to this professor, in terms of, like, the accommodations that I had, and, like, in other ways, and it just, like, I don't know. I guess at the time, I just felt like even if I told, like, the disability office that, like, what were they gonna do? Like, there was already lots of ways in which they were leaving me to rot, so, like, what were they gonna do? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm so sorry that happened. It's okay. It's not okay, but, like, it's something that's in the past for me that I have fully, like, processed. And even though that shouldn't have happened to me, and that shouldn't have happened to, you know, the few of my other peers, that this person was also being an asshole to and stuff, and that nobody should have to go through that. It's unfortunately something where in academia as a whole, if you are marginalized in any capacity, there is a lot of additional harm that you have to navigate, and there are a lot of ways in which you have to expend additional energy to advocate for yourself. And sometimes in ways that you are not able to do, because it takes a lot. Takes a lot. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not in academia anymore, so fuck that bullshit. It does, yeah. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where as with many institutions, it is what happens, you know? Because as much as we go to schools and to college and stuff to learn, and as much as they might try and say, you know, we really value learning, ultimately they are institutions that at the beginning and end of every day, their function is to replicate and reinforce and preserve and continue on the systems of power that exist in our society. Swag. Yeah. Academia is for nerds. Yeah. I'm a bit of a nerd. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. It's true. Society, frowny face. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? By golly, we're some way, somehow, I'm gonna create a life that is worth living for myself, and I'm gonna bring as many of you along with me as I possibly can. I'm a psych major. I'm beyond nerd. Oh. Check. Oh, I can chat now. Yeah. Hello. Welcome on in, Jiro. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a great day / night / time zone. Hello, everyone. Hello. Dizzy forcing us along. We have no free will now. No. You have free will, and the life that you want and need to live, that would allow you to survive and to thrive. You know, that is something that only you know, only you can tell. I'm a mom, and I'm doing the best for me, and to create a space, hopefully, maybe someday, in which we can try and facilitate. I don't know, like mutual aid, for example. I feel like that would be my big example, is that at some point, if there are enough of us, like, here, that we could start doing, like, mutual aid stuff for each other. Yeah. And basically, you know, look out for the people that are in your community, whether that's at your school, in your classes, your neighbors, people, you know, you see and meet out on the street, you know, doing whatever it is you doing in your daily life. Look out for each other. Yeah. Explain mutual aid to me like I'm 5. Okay. feel like I had good resources on this at one point, and now I don't remember where I put them. Before you ask, my name refers to Whitebeard, of a prominent character in the famous anime One Piece. Oh, I see, I see. I have not watched or read One Piece. So basically, mutual aid is a horizontal way of organizing. And it is basically where people in an area or a community come together to support one another and to collectively meet each other's needs outside of like the state or nonprofit organizations. And it is basically something that arises and happens and is enacted because of governmental neglect towards marginalized people, basically. And so it is built on this idea of solidarity rather than charity. So resources are unconditionally shared rather than in charity. This is something that is conditionally provided and is often means tested. And so, yes. Let me see. So I'm gonna give some links here. So that's one. So here's one specifically about mutual aid through the perspective of disability justice, from the Disability Visibility Project, which is, if you don't know about the Disability Visibility Project, it is a great resource to go and look through and to see about. They have a lot of different stuff. They have books, they have interviews, they have oral histories. There is currently, let me pull up my Discord. So they are currently doing crypts for eSIMs in Gaza. So I will give the link to this as well. My understanding of this is basically if you purchase an eSIM, you can then reach out to them through this, and they have done funding basically to be able to reimburse you. So if it's something where you previously have not been able to buy an eSIM, an eSIM, that is another great question. Let me see if I can find an easy answer for that. Are those goose noises? They might be. It's just like a nature playlist that I have up, so it is entirely possible that they're just goose noises. So I'm not finding like a good definition for eSIMs off the top of my head. So okay, here's one actually. So eSIMs are a programmable SIM card built into a smartphone that can be used by people, particularly right now in Gaza, to connect to remote telecommunication networks while roaming. So it is basically allowing people to stay in touch, to stay in contact with outside of Gaza while in the midst of war and genocide. I hope that makes sense. Let me catch up on chat. One Piece scares me. Too many episodes. Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. Once you watch them, you feel there aren't that many episodes. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting to know. I feel like maybe I'll have to try watching some of it first, the anime, because my brain lately is not, like, I struggle to read things for fun, I guess. I'm relearning. I'm reteaching myself how to read things for fun. So I feel like I probably couldn't, I'm not at a point where I could, like, read One Piece, but maybe every now and then I could throw on an episode of the anime and watch it. And see what's up. But it's been going for such a long time though, hasn't it? There's so much to it. So much. It does. Okay, good. I'm glad. I know that I sometimes struggle to provide coherent explanations for things. I do my best, but I appreciate y'all sticking with me while I try and figure out how to explain stuff as coherently as I can. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm just one fucked up creature. So, you know, take everything that I, like, say and talk about as, like, a starting point. It's a starting point from which you can branch off of there and learn more and look for other resources, other explanations. Like, there are so many people out there that are experts, you know, that they are activists, they are advocates, and they have been for a very long time. And they would be able to talk about or explain this stuff a lot more coherently, and in an easily understandable way than I necessarily can. Yes. The first 300 episodes are like low quality. You won't get that much fun, but after that it slowly gets good, like too good. Oh, I see. I understand. It might take me a very long time to get through 300 episodes, but we'll see. My entire time here, you've been great with explanations. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I do my best. I do my bestest. I do my bestest. Sorry, I only trust the goofy little eldritch gremlin. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do. But yeah, like with lots of things, I know a little bit about a lot. But you should never take what I am saying as like absolute fact, because there's sometimes going to be stuff where I get stuff jumbled up. There's sometimes going to be stuff where I am misremembering a thing. There's sometimes just going to be times when I'm just straight up wrong, so take what I am saying with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Take what I'm saying as like a starting point off of which to go from there, and to explore other stuff, and to look into other resources, into other people, and like yes, what you are saying shall be taken as law. No. Why am I unable to use channel points? I don't know. You should be able to. You should be able to. There shouldn't be a problem. Also, Nico, thank you for the meow ready. Meow, 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 meow. Shiro, what did you want to redeem? I will redeem it for you. Because they should be working. I don't know why they would not be working for you. So if you let me know what it is you were looking to redeem from the channel points, I will just go ahead and do that for you. It's scary how accurate your meows are. Practice is just a lot of practice. I am just a creature. What can I say? I am just a creature. Hydrate or meow. Oh, okay. Well, I'll do both. It'll be a 2-for-1 BOGO. BOGO 2-for-1. I will hydrate and drink my water. I'm almost out of water. And I will meow. Meow, 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 like a margate making the sound of a baby bird / monkey to lure its prey. Exactly. I am luring all of you here. So the horrors of the universe. Haha, no, just kidding. I'm not evil. I'm so nice. I'm so nice. And I will be so nice to all of you. And I he laughs, giggles, twirls hair, blinks slowly at you. Thumbs up emoji. Yeah. Seems good. Seems right. This eldritch streamer VTuber surely can't be evil. No, surely not. For a year old. I can't. Why would they do that? Why would Guilty Gear do that? Why would Guilty Gear do that? That's messed up. Plink plonk. Okay, Dizzy's dad is a 200-year-old man who was beefing with her husband long before she was born. You know what? That actually sounds right. That one actually sounds right. What can I say except old men? What can I say except old men? You know? I hail from the We Fuck Old Men Here website. Wait, am I immune to it? No. I am certainly not. I'm certainly not. Certainly not. Certainly not. So killed his wife on 3 separate occasions. Okay. Swag. Swag. Thumbs up emoji. Neat. Neat. New wife, though. Same person as the other 3. She's 2 years old. What is going on in Guilty Gear? What is going on in Guilty Gear? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? What is going on in Guilty Gear? Oh, worm indeed, Nightbot. Oh, worm indeed. Oh, worm. Oh, worm. My head is empty. Head empty. No thoughts. No thoughts. No thoughts. I'm also realizing that it is many hours have passed. Many hours have passed, and all I have eaten today is a Pop-Tart. I have had 1 Pop-Tart. And I am hungry. I am hungry. So we might call it here for the day soon. The character I main, May, had her parents in most of Japan eradicated by God. She got picked up by this dude named Johnny, who became her adoptive father. Then she fell in love with him, and he refuses to see her as a love interest, so she beats people with an anchor. You know what? That's so valid of her, and also I love that her adoptive father is, like, not doing that. That's pretty cool of him. That's pretty swag of him. To be like, actually, I don't think so. Go eat Oomphy. I will. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I need to get groceries. I need to get groceries soon. So I will scrounge. I will scrounge in the cupboards for... I don't even know what. Her adoptive father is a decent human being, besides being both a feminist and a womanizer. You know what? We all contain multitudes. We are all multitudinous beings. And, you know, Guilty Gear characters, they are the same, I suppose. I don't know Guilty Gear. I don't go here. I don't go here. I'm learning all of this by proxy. Have some food. Have some food. I will go eat food. I am going to go eat food now. He hits on anything with 2 legs that isn't May. Oh, I see. I understand now. Including a trans girl and a non-binary. Oh. Representation in Guilty Gear. Cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. Brisket and Testament. Oh, those are cool names. Those are cool names. Brisket. Brisket. Testament. Brisket. I think that's a cool name. Brisket. Brisket. I had when I was little, a babysitting game, and one of the babies I named Filet Mignon because I thought that would be a cool name for a baby. Filet Mignon. Yeah. 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 Naming a baby Filet Mignon is so big. I feel like I'm being left out here. Can you guys fill me up with what you guys are talking about? No left out. No left out. Nico is telling me about Guilty Gear. I also do not know anything about Guilty Gear. I have just learned today that Guilty Gear is like a fighting game, and that it has lots of silly, goofy characters in it. Yes, so yeah, Nico is yapping about Guilty Gear, so not being left out. I also know nothing. I also know nothing about Guilty Gear. Is it a game? Yes, it is a game. Brisket is actually Bridget, but everyone calls her Brisket or Basket or Baguette. Interesting. Bread. Bread. Oh, I want bread. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm gonna go eat food. I'm gonna call it here for today. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. If you were chatting, I appreciate you. If you were lurking, I appreciate you. Thank you. For the follows, I appreciate you. And I will see you all in another years.